monkey in your pants?
So it's Christmas Eve when I'm recording this, and what better way to celebrate the festivities than to watch a Christmas episode of Bad Influence. This is season 3, episode 15, I think. Jumping a little bit ahead in my normal schedules of the playlists of the episodes of Bad Influence, but it's Christmas, folks, is what it is. So might as well just go ahead and press the play button and let's enjoy the Christmas Bad Influence special, I suppose. Play, please, Mr. Player Person. Play. Bad Influence, originally aired in the 90s. Awesomeness alongside Games Master. Which was bestest? I don't know. Will we see any good Christmas games in this episode, considering it's Christmas Eve special? I don't know. I can't remember this far back in time. No doubt we'll see Nipples. Oh, there she is, straight away.
In this season of peace and goodwill,
nice.
we preview next year's best beat-em-up.
Hair decoration.
On the Ultra 64.
Ultra 64? No.
Look of the other two new Super Consoles, the Saturn
Super Console.
We'll be having a special data blast.
Nice hair, Andy. Data blast. Love that shit.
It features this week's main review, the new console version of Doom
version.
On the Jaguar and 32X.
Oh yes, on the Jaguar.
And now be reporting from below the surface of Loch Ness to locate the
Loch Ness
and her eggs.
Loch Ness, Loch Ness, please, not Loch Ness. Where's Loch Ness?
Christmas is coming. You know what that
means, Game Boys.
It means everybody's going to sit around arguing about what to watch on TV. So we here at Bad Influence offer a solution.
Atari Lynx.
Don't watch the James Bond movie
and some
you've
other
seen
nonsense
3 times already. Persuade people to settle down and play video games.
Play video games at Christmas, folk. Fuck the family.
We like to think of Bad Influence as one big happy family, so I've come up to the control room
that.
to look at a multiplayer game that our production team is completely addicted to.
Tetris. Oh, score.
Now, you might think of Tetris as a really sad and lonely one-player game.
Nope.
But with one of these,
Link cable.
you can double your fun. The way it works is quite simple.
Violet's hair's looking a bit special.
Check
that shit.
Level, so ill-matched players can have a good game. This player here is on level 0.
If I had hair, I would maybe do that.
Over here, the player is on level 3.
Used to play Tetris all the time,
so
2-player.
Every time you get rid of a row of lines, they're transferred onto the other player's screen.
Yep.
Look, come on, you lot, concentrate. It's our last chance to make the perfect program.
There are 2 so-called multi-taps that you can use to play any SNES multiplayer
multi-taps.
You simply plug them into the joypad.
Love it also. Oh, look at that one.
Into them so that 4 of you
can
play
like a honeybee?
like Street Racer, Jimmy Connor's Tennis, or the one they're playing here, which is Super Bomberman 2. Look,
multi-tap.
Player 1, player 2, player 3, and player 4.
Love Super Bomberman.
If you've got a Mega Drive, the situation is slightly different.
Ooh, tell me.
Each software company that makes multiplayer games for the Mega Drive has got their own adapter.
Really?
Like this J-Cart.
I remember them.
Machines 2, in which the 2 extra joystick ports
I
actually
always
built
thought if
into
you
the
pull the
cartridge.
cable, does it affect the game?
Adapter, in which you can play Sega's own games like Gauntlet.
Ooh.
Or there's this 4-way play sports adapter, which lets you play games like NBA Live 95.
Ooh, never seen one of those.
95, which you can't get this lot off.
But for the ultimate in family football fun, what about this? This is the 3DO version of FIFA,
linking them, daisy chaining.
This is how it works. Excuse me, gents. Player 1 lugs his joypad into the 3DO.
Quite clever.
Player 2 into the joypad.
The last player could be in theory miles away from the telly.
Player 4 into player 3, player 5 into player 4, and as I'm going to be player
6,
a bit
bizarre, but never mind.
Plug it into the joypad of player 5, which is David. Then, in gameplay, because there's 22 players on the pitch, you've got to figure out which is you. You can spot which player you're controlling by these little coloured circles of light that seem to follow each player eerily around the pitch.
Twisted on the 3DO is our Christmas favourite, though.
Is it? I don't think it was anybody's favourite. 3DO had loads of these weird ass games just like this. So bizarre. But the majority of them seem to be published by Crystal Dynamics as well.
Okay, so I've called Andy over for a challenge. Now I have to secretly press A, B or C to choose the row. And I've done that.
It's just awesome FMV filth.
So he has to choose A, B or C. So this is the actual challenge.
It's the actual challenge.
I like this one.
What is it, Snap?
So obviously you've got to
It's
match up
Snap.
pictures.
It's a child's game.
No, that cart was in the top right, I think.
The 3DO, what could have been?
And then the round window.
If it wasn't priced ridiculously, this.
That's it.
Come on, Andy.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Yes.
Christmas bells, ding dong, ding dong.
Nam.
Welcome, Christmas fertlers.
You
now,
filthy
because nobody
fertler.
bothered to turn up to my Christmas party last year, I've decided not to invite any of my so-called friends this year, but instead to invite my relations.
Which are what?
Oh, hello, Granny Nam.
They
Hello,
are
dear.
Nam,
My,
dressed
how
as
you've
other
grown.
people.
Yes, Granny, you're just in time to help me with my first cheat. Oh, that'll be nice, dear. It's for Road Avengers on the Mega CD. What's a Mega DC, dear? Oh, never mind.
I
Granny,
wonder
just
who
do
thought
what
of
I say
Nam
and,
rude.
pick up that
They could
black
have,
thing.
I don't know what they could have done, but
Right,
something better
on
than
the
him.
option screen, just press A 5 times.
One of the only
That's it,
parts
then
of the
B
show that I
5
actually
times.
dislike.
And A once again. And then you'll be able to sit back and watch the animation as the game
I do quite like
plays
Road
itself.
Avengers.
That's very nice, dear. Now,
It's one of those
give
interactive
Granny Nam a
type
great big kiss.
film games
Oh, no, get off, Granny.
that seem to be quite popular on the good old Mega CD.
Maybe still get to a snog this Christmas.
Doom.
This is the classic computer game
Fuck
Doom.
yes,
Not so
it
much
is.
a PC shoot 'em up, more
Love
of a
it.
legend. It started life 2 years ago and became an overnight sensation. Everyone and everywhere wanted a piece of the ultra-violent first-person action where you play a Marine sent to Mars to clean up a base overrun by mutant zombies.
Ah, indeed.
And most amazing of all, the original Doom was what was known as shareware. That was so you could get a free version of the game by downloading it from the internet.
The programmers decided they'd been too generous with the shareware idea, and so they produced Doom 2 with new monsters,
Double
30
barrel
new levels,
shotgun.
and a proper price tag. As with the original, the idea is beautifully simple. Kill or be killed, and get to the next level before the undead gets you.
Now, for the first time, Doom is available on console, although only on 2 of the new posh ones.
Posh
This is how it
consoles.
looks on the Jaguar, described as a special edition. They reckon it's the best version ever
Doom
made.
was actually
It's certainly easier to play, as it
epic
comes
on
with
the
this
Jag.
special joypad overlay that shows
Minus
you where all your
the fact
weapons
that
are.
it never had music.
And here it is in 32 bits on the 32X.
Border.
This version has all the weapons and all the gore, but fewer levels.
Never played it,
So
to be
which
fair, on the
version do you reckon
32X.
I prefer? Here's Paul.
But let's see what Paul thinks.
You don't have to play either of these games for very long. See, the Jaguar version is far superior.
Yep.
It also has much better gameplay.
How?
The first thing you notice is the two versions look quite different. The 32X version on the right has a border around the picture, so you get less of a sense of actually being there. Also, the colours in the Jaguar version are more subtle, which is good. The Jaguar game has the true gloom of Doom. It's got all the atmosphere of the PC
The
original.
true gloom of doom. Nice.
There's also a lot more detail in the Jaguar version.
This is the
Now I'm
reason
going after the pink creatures. They take 3 hits.
I bought a
but as you
Jag
can see, they're actually biting me, which makes me lose a lot of
back
energy.
in the day simply for Doom. It
I've now
was
picked up
awesome.
the minigun, which is a much better weapon. But it's how they play that really separates the men from the boys. This is the Jaguar version. It's much faster and scrolls better.
Indeed.
For anyone who hasn't played Doom, you shoot everything that moves and scavenge from them. Back to the 32X version. Here I am playing one of the last levels, which is pretty simple. This version is quite a bit easier than the Jaguar one. The baddies are easier to kill, and it only has 17 levels.
17 levels.
Younger kids will probably prefer the 32X game, but real Doom players will get bored pretty quick. The Jaguar game blows away the 32X version. Hardcore Doom addicts will love it.
My vote goes to the Jaguar version. It's a great game, and it has
Are we
the
not
best
getting
score I've
scores?
seen all year.
They both play really well, but the Jaguar just has the edge.
It has more
And
than the
scores
edge.
for Doom. The Jaguar version
5
gets 5s.
Mega CD.
And the 32X
32X
version
even.
gets
3.
average 3s.
Why the fuck did I say Mega CD? It's Christmas, I'm excited.
Ever fancied a trip below the
Look at
murky
the size
waters
of that
Loch Ness?
handheld.
Well, Z managed it a few weeks ago, but not in Scotland, in a high-tech museum in Norfolk, Virginia, at the largest naval base in the world.
Loch Ness.
Norfolk is
Isn't it
number
got
one
Loch
in the
Ness?
world when it comes to naval craft of all types. It has the world's largest natural harbor and America's oldest and biggest
Educational
shipyard.
sections of the
So
show.
it's not surprising that they
Sometimes
chose it
interesting,
as the
mostly
home
shite.
for a brand new museum of the sea, Nauticus, the National Maritime Center.
Like in many modern museums nowadays, the emphasis is on inner
Playing
activity.
with the stuff.
You can be a TV weatherman.
Ooh.
Look at these temperatures. You can steer an oil tanker.
Okay. Ooh, what's that do?
You could pump up a sub. You could track the undersea world using sonar. You can tickle an urchin.
Tickle an urchin.
Stroke a shark.
Or stroke a shark.
But the high spot of Nauticus is to take a trip under Loch Ness with a
Loch-
crack team of explorers.
This really fucks me off considering I'm Scottish. Loch Ness.
Our mission is to
Let's
boat
go
a
Loch
boat
Ness.
where no crew has ever been before.
Nah.
And a virtual trip below the murky waters of Loch Ness.
Loch
Thanks
Ness.
to the latest
Loch
technology,
Ness.
we have a real good chance
2
of
words.
finding the beast.
Where are you going? Loch Ness. Where are you going? Loch Ness. No.
This is my team.
Oh, he's got a
Each
team.
individually picked for their skills. Well, they were next to me and my mom in the queue.
Being attacked.
Each of the crew has
Oh,
a specific task.
this is like
We have a pilot
Star
who
Trek
controls
shit,
the
but
craft,
in the
2
water.
robotic arm operators whose task is to collect Nessie's eggs if we can find any, a periscope operator, and a commander who can guide the
It's like
pilot
3D,
by
I take
seeing
it.
what's on the radar screen. That's me. Our information is that the monster is still alive and has her eggs scattered about the floor of the
Look at all
lock.
those arms. Is it a
The
race?
bad news is that there are not only other large nasties about, but bounty hunters too.
Bounty
on the next
hunters.
craft. There are up to 3 vehicles in the lock at any one time.
Attention periscopes.
This is all very environmentally sound. No guns, just immobilizing gel.
Immobilize and jelly.
There's a lot of serious computing power back here. The people who made it also designed battle simulators for the military.
Cool.
And decided to use the same technology in the entertainment field. They need a lot of computer power because there
There's
are
the
up to
monster.
3 vessels playing
Infamous
at once, each running
Loch
2
Ness
projectors for
monster.
the 3D effect, and it's all computed in real time.
Kill it.
Oh, we've been trapped in the whirlpool. Virtual Adventures is actually a ride, a movie, and a game all rolled into one.
Yeah, we won.
What's new and different about Virtual Adventures is a great sense of teamwork. Do we have fun, guys? Yeah, and it's addictive.
Take it, that's his
Time
mum
for another mission.
at the background there.
Yeah. Oh, and I almost forgot. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Z.
Ding dong, ding dong. Christmas bells.
Nam.
Hello, Fertlers, the party
And
is
his
going
fellow
with a real
Fertlers.
swing. And this is Baby Bam. Good little Baby Bam. Are you going to help Uncle Nammy Whammy with this next cheaty weety then? Yes. Oh, good.
Where's the dummy
It's for
poking out its
Teenage
eye?
Mutant Hero Turtles on the Snezzy Wezzy. Yes, it is. And you'll be able to play with 2 new extra characters. Yes, you will.
Take his
On the
tournament
options screen,
fighters.
just press
Yes.
X up, Y left, B down, A right, X and up. And then when you start to play, you'll be
Cowabunga.
presented with 2 new extra characters to choose from. There we go, Rat King and Karai. Hey! Oh, Bam, what have you done?
Done a stinky Christmas poo.
Excuse me, can I have some help over here?
It's a good thing this programme doesn't go out in smell-o-vision. There's some interesting hardware in the shops this Christmas.
Ooh, what can we buy?
3DO,
3DO.
first CD super console.
You got about, what was it,
Then there's
£400
the
or
CDI, which
£500?
lets you play movies on CD. and
Nobody
have some
bought a
nice little
CDI,
games like
really,
this new
did
one,
they?
Chaos Control. Then
Nobody.
we've got the Neo Geo CD. which
Nobody
lets you play
bought one of
arcade
those.
fighting games in your home.
Definitely not.
And then there's the Jaguar, the world's
Some
first
people did
64-bit
buy one of
console.
those.
But 3 new machines are set to take over
Me
next
being
year,
one of them.
and Bad Influence is the first place where I've ever seen them all together.
This one is Sega's Saturn,
Yes.
due to replace the Mega Drive and supersede the stopgap 32X. It's a 32-bit machine. It'll play games on carts, the slot in the
No, it
back
won't.
here, and also on CD.
Did it?
There's only one
I'm
game
sure it
around
didn't.
for it at the moment, Virtua Fighter. This machine has been specially imported from Japan for Bad Influence, but the Saturn will be available in the UK next year.
This one's
Oh,
the Sony
lovely.
PlayStation, and this one's also just been released in Japan. Now, Sony are a pretty big name so far as hi-fi and TV are concerned, but this is their first foray into the world of video games. Will they succeed? Well, so far the signs are good.
Yes.
Over 100,000 machines were sold on the first day alone.
I will tell you,
It comes with the classic
from the
arcade
future,
game, Ridge Racer.
yes,
Players
it did
cruise
succeed.
across the globe attempting to beat each other in a race to the coast. You can achieve incredible speeds. You tear up the tarmac through cities, winding mountain roads and canyons. Different racing conditions hamper your progress, and drivers will even have to race at night. The level of detail and realism has never been matched outside an arcade, and the home version of Ridge Racer will leave you breathless. The PlayStation's got quite a few nice little touches.
Black
Like all
discs.
the game CDs come in this funky black colour.
It was funky.
Put that in. Get
Oh
that
my
going.
god, she's just slamming that lid.
Also, the joystick is really innovatively
It's not a
designed.
joystick, you fud.
It's really, really comfortable. You've only got 4 direction
It's
buttons.
a control
You've got
pad.
4 normal buttons
What a
on
controller.
the top there, and 4 more at the side, like 2 SNES
Oh,
pads
got to
together.
love the
And
PlayStation.
you get to play a nice little game of Galaxians while you're waiting for Ridge Racer to load. Died.
The PlayStation should be out in the UK in about a year's time. And so to Nintendo's super console, the Ultra 64.
Ultra 64.
Well, details about it are rather sketchy. There are no working prototypes. There aren't even
No
artist
working
impressions, so we can't
what?
show you that. But we can show
Typical
you
Nintendo.
This is the arcade version of the Ultra 64, and they say
Not really though,
when
is
the
it?
console version is released, the electronic jiggery-pokery inside it will be able to run exactly the same games as this baby.
Not really.
So you'll be able to play games like this in your bedroom.
Not really.
This is the awesome
Definitely not really.
It features amazing 3D sprites and backdrops. The action takes place over loads of different locations.
Was it not
And the
released on the
camera
Super
zooms in and out of the
Nintendo because
screen
it
to
was
focus on the warriors
delayed
as they bash
so
each other to
much?
bits. You can fight as a
Or the N64 was delayed that much. I can't remember.
Shapes, or play as an axe-wielding mystical character. And on the subject of axe-wielding mystical characters, this is Chris, who is the designer of Killer Instinct.
Oh,
Welcome
hi,
to Bad
Chris.
Influence. All right. He's going to demonstrate for us one of the amazing features of this game, a 27-move
combo and all that nonsense. It's just really secretly hitting buttons randomly, spamming buttons.
Awesome!
Ultra combo!
You're just in time because we're just about to play a party game. But first, a quick cheat for Lawnmower Man on the Game Boy.
Oh,
Hold down
never
A and right,
seen
and
that
then
on the
turn
Game Boy actually.
on. Then when the license screen appears, hold down left B and start. And after the story, hold down B, A and start.
Ooh, look at that.
You'll
That's
get
quite impressive.
a secret level
I like that
select
little
menu.
writing moving about there.
And now, party time. Right, listen, pay attention, pay attention. We're going to play a party game. Now it's called charades, and you all have to guess what I'm miming. Here we go. No, it's a computer game. Right.
Mortal Kombat 2.
No, this means two words.
I'm waiting to see what he's.
No, it's Lawnmower Man,
Oh.
Man. Right.
You never really
If you're
gave me a
not gonna
chance,
play
Nam.
properly, I'm sick of you lot. You can all get out. The party's over. Come on, get in there, get out. Get out. Don't ever darken my basement again.
And now for some more games reviews.
Oh.
The final chapter of the Star Wars trilogy comes out on the SNES
I've not
this
played
week.
the-
Super Return of the Jedi lets you play 5
No,
different characters,
don't think I've played this.
including for the first time Princess Leia. All the characters are blessed with different skills.
Every
but
one of
blessed
these games was
strategically.
brick bloody
So,
hard
you
is
need
all
to
I
kill
remember.
baddies from a distance. Don't use Luke's Force. Use Han Solo's gun. Here's Lakesh.
Brick hard.
This is arguably the best of the Star Wars games, but I hope it's the last. I'm genuinely fed up with them.
Ooh, fed up.
Here I'm flying in the Millennium Falcon just above the Death Star. I'm trying to shoot down 20 TIEs. This is probably the best showing of Mode 7 on the SNES.
Really?
I've got to try and get behind the TIE so I can shoot them down without them shooting me back. With so many great games in the market right now, you'd have to be a real Star Wars fan to buy this one.
I really enjoyed this game. It's fast, easy to control, and the graphics have a great depth and atmosphere.
All I remember is the
This style
first
of
game, I
gameplay
think.
is old and sad. Please, could you have something different?
Oh,
Has
what?
Luke lost his Force? Super Return of the Jedi
4.
gets a 3 from the boys
What?
and a 4 from the girls.
4. I would say 4.
2 years
Oh,
and 1
minus
billion
10.
pounds ago, programmers started work on this
Minus-
new beat 'em up,
minus
Rise of
20
the
million.
Robots. The game boasts an artificial
This
intelligence
game was
program
so
which lets your
hyped.
computer-controlled opponent
And it's
respond to your fighting
piss.
style. If you repeat a move several times, the robot will learn to block it.
No, it won't, you're lying.
Rise is being released on 20 formats altogether.
Jesus.
And this week it's out on the consoles. Here's Sally with the SNES version.
1 out of 5.
The good thing
0.
about this game is the futuristic metallic look. The list of bad things is a bit longer.
Yes.
It's slow, unresponsive, and there's no gore.
But it's because the
Single
robots
player,
love.
You're always the cyborg, which is a blue guy. You play some pretty interesting opponents. I'm playing Crusher. His soft spot is his head, and I'm trying to get that, but I can't.
Ooh, she's
I like the metallic
American.
sound when you hit the bad guy, but you just get some shards of flying metal. It's a shame they couldn't come up with some kind of oily ooze or something. Also, the controls are very unresponsive. The game feels really sluggish
It's
to
guff.
play. What a waste of
Guff.
£1 million.
Oh,
Nice
no way, £1 million?
looking.
Is that
Shame
what it
about
cost
the
to
gameplay.
develop?
Like most people, I've been looking forward to playing this game, but unfortunately, it's a real
Guff out of 5.
This is a really dull beat 'em
It
up.
is.
Perhaps they spent too much time on the look of the game and not enough time on the playability.
It's just
So
balls.
the long-awaited Rise of the Robots gets a disappointing 2 out of 5.
Nah,
for both the boys and the
0.5 out of 5 at best. The game sucks.
Last week's competition prize was one of these, a Wern's Multimedia PC.
I'd have loved
We
one of
asked
those
you,
back
what
in
is
the day.
Actual date, the 12th day of Christmas. The answer is the 6th of
6th
January,
of
as you start counting
January.
from Boxing Day.
Really?
Oi, stop blowing me up. The lucky
Bizarre.
winner is Vicky Brown from Oxford.
Ah,
Well
come on,
done.
I should have won.
26,000 people entered, but 10 runners-up get Bad Influence t-shirts.
No competition this week because it's the last programme in the series, but instead a
Christmas.
special data blast which will include all our hints, cheats, tips and game
Let me know in the
reviews
comments,
from the
did you
whole
watch Bad
series,
Influence?
all 15
Did you do this
programmes.
data
If you wanna
blast thing?
record it,
I remember
get a
my
video
friends
before and
did.
set it into record now while
I don't
explain
think
how
I
it
had
works in case you haven't
a
seen it
VCR
before.
that
What
went
you do is record
frame
the
by
data blast
frame.
at normal speed. It'll look like this, all
that makes
flying through.
sense.
Bang, 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 bang. Then what you do is rewind it, and by using the frame advance,
Yeah, I
you'll
don't
be
think
able to
my
get
VCR
access
had frame
to
advance.
pages and pages of Bad Influence information. So stand by. Here it comes.
Dear Blast.
What we've included are things like these. You must-haves, the ones that are well worth getting. Stuff that it's worth looking at, stuff that's dull, stuff that you must never get anywhere near. These are NAM's cheats. There's cheats for the Mega Drive, for the Amiga, for the Mega CD. There's loads of stuff. It's all there.
That's it for this show
Wow.
and this series. We'll see you next
There you go,
time.
folks.
Well,
That was
I'll
Bad
leave you with
Influence
one of the hot
Season
games for next
3,
year. This is Ridge Racer.
Episode
Have a nice
15.
Christmas. See you next year. Bye-bye.
Have a nice Christmas, as they say. This was the Christmas special episode. As always from me though, thank you much for watching. Please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and I hope you have a nice Christmas yourself.
Do you have a monkey in your pants?